So the last topic I want you to revise is how to form major and minor triads in inversion, in root position. Again, it's a matter of the scales. Here's G major, and the way in which we form here's G minor, and the way in which we form a triad. Let's start with the tonic triad, that is the triad built on the first degree of the scale. So we take the first, the third, let's colour them in. First, the third, and the fifth notes of the relevant scale. So G minor triad, we end up with those notes. Now, if you put the first at the bottom, it's what's known as a root position triad. That's the root of the chord is the lowest note. Then as you skip every second one. If you put the root in the bottom, that's known as root position. If you put the third of the chord at the bottom, that's called first inversion. And if you put the fifth note, so the D, the fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in the bottom, that's called second inversion. Okay, exactly the same for major triads. Let's do a major triad that isn't based on the first scale degree. Let's do one that's based on the fourth. This is chord 4, and we give it a Roman numeral 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's the same principle. First, starting on the fourth scale degree, we take the first one, which is the fourth scale degree itself, a third above that, and a fifth above that to give us the notes of the triads, and therefore we end up with a C major triad. We stack them all together. This one is in root position. Okay. There's one more thing we can do. Let's instead of the chord 4, let's build a triad on 5 on the fifth scale degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So chord 5 is known as the dominant. I've extended the scale a little bit so we can get a bit further. So let me colour in the first, third, and the fifth, and then that gives us these notes in the chord. There they are. But in addition, I'm going to add, as well as the third and the fifth, and this time I'm going to add the seventh. It's a minor seventh above the D, above the root of the chord, and it's what is known as the dominant seventh type chord. The dominant seventh, because we're building it on the dominant of the key on chord 5, we have a major triad with a minor seventh. Just think about what I just said. A major triad, D, F sharp, A, that is the triad that you get if this were a major key with a major third in the middle, but with a minor seventh. Let's see, is a minor seventh above the D. Think about that until you completely understand it. And if you like, you can watch the video again. And that's the resulting notes. That's called a dominant seventh type chord. It's built on a D, dominant seventh on a D. It is the dominant seventh of G major, because remember we're starting in G major and the key signature we're using is G major. So the dominant seventh chord on D, it's the dominant seventh of G. Okay, now go on, try some exercises to do with triads and seventh chords.